Alright, cool. So, let's get started with this. So since you're Champ 1 and Champ 2, like you said, you're looking for areas to improve on, it's going to be min-maxing our opportunities and when we can push out. So I recently got to C3 after getting coached by a Grand Champ, and the difference is really trying to analyze the play, your teammate's position, and more importantly the other team's position, and how far we can push up and how far we can push that line based off their potential to hit the ball. So I've already watched this review a few times, and it's also going to be positional for our defense to make things easier, and I'm going to point some things out to you. So this is good. Shadow, spacing, support, I'm okay with this. This is all fine. Now I do want you to know that if you did give a little bit more space, right here would be where I would start to push out, use my boost. I have 100 boost back out and come around to come at a better angle. Because as soon as he loses the ball and it's a 50-50, well now this guy has bigger potential to get the ball past us. And when he does hit the ball, we're kind of caught. We should be already ready facing the other way, going towards our net, and coming from a better angle that's more off screen, like back towards our goal. So if we use that boost, as soon as he loses that ball, we can use our boost, turn around, and set up. That way, when we go for this ball, instead of it coming from an awkward angle, we're going to make a weak hit. It's not a good quality. We want to try and see, well, what could have we done to have a better quality shot? And that's recognizing as soon as he loses that ball that this ball is going to come out, so we need to push out and get ready for it and go towards the net. We always want to be able to go towards the net to make quality hits. You do a really good job of interfering with it. As soon as you do make the soft touch, you follow it up and you get a piece of it. I really like the fact that even though you messed up right here, you do the next best thing and you almost get it. So it's always nice to think on your toes. As soon as you mess up, what's the next best thing that you can do? So that's all good. So right here, I can already feel it. I already feel like we're out of position. We should be cheating more towards the back side, or like more towards the right side and back. So we want to be kind of in between this mid boost and the boost pad on the half circle, and a little bit behind that line, and being ready for the angle, because this position is very awkward. It's very hard to make a shot, let alone a good clear, because we're having to go out before we can make a hit. Again, we want to focus on our positioning in the back so that we can always go forward towards the ball and reading where the ball is going to be. And right now, I'm reading that the ball is going to be played at back here. So it's such a slight change, but it's the reason why he got scored on. It's recognizing after this play, first immediate thought, which is right, if you split the field, which is what I do, left side, right side, as soon as you lose the ball on your left side, so now it's your teammate's chance to go get the ball, you should be using that 77 boost, use 10 of it, do a flip, and get back into that position I'm talking about. The quicker you get into a defensive position, the quicker you're going to be able to react, and the easier that the game's going to be. So all this time where we're not boosting and we're not getting ready, it's a wasted opportunity. So if we can use that boost, flip back, and get support behind him, you're going to find that you're not going to have these awkward feeling situations. So, you could almost see it, right? We want to be here instead. Instead of being in the middle, we want to be over here, because this position is only good if the ball comes across at least halfway across the goal, because that would be us going straight onto the ball. However, if we just push this out past this boost pad, the angle becomes a lot clearer. Therefore, any ball in between the corner and the back post, you can easily go for it because your car is going straight towards the goal. Or If he loses the ball, you're the first one to it, and you can push it back into play. But from this position on the middle, we're not reading the play properly, and we're only in the position of if this guy somehow gets it across, but we're not in a position if he loses the ball. So that's why we got punished. If we were right behind him, as soon as he makes that ball, it actually goes right to where I was talking about, and that's where we need it to be. So again, this position, it only allows us to have success if he touches the ball. But if he fails, it's going to be a harder position for us to react. So oftentimes, if you see your teammate going up the right side and there's a defender in between him and the goal, then I always cheat out to the side that the ball's on, and I get behind so that I can react. If he loses it, I can react to this hit. So from that hit, if I was back and to the right where I was talking about, you notice how that would be an easy opportunity, almost it's an open shot actually, because we can use the other team to our advantage if we position correctly for it. So if we were just back here, I could easily see you going up for this and putting it back into play. However, I love what you're doing right now, which is you're recognizing when you have time and you're using it to make the best clear possible by rounding out your approach, which you always want to do. Nice try. The only thing right here though is one, use your boost to come back. I would say this is not worth it, recognizing that our teammate went up first. So as soon as we see that our teammate's here, we know that he's not in a position for a pass and he's not in a position to defend our goal. So we need to recognize that and possibly give up on this ball, knowing that we could get contested pretty easily because of his positioning. So if we give up on this ball, and that's what you need to do, is like, what's the greater play? Using our boost, coming back, shooting back to our own front post, so that we can react to this ball easier and buy time for our teammate. Because now, if we commit and we lose it, now we have no one behind us with their teammate ahead, and we want to avoid these opportunities where there's no one in the net, and that could have easily been us if we just went back to our goal. So this is another big one. You're doing the right idea. You came back, you're supporting, and you're waiting to come out, but you're still coming out too far. So this difference of 5 feet from the goal is what's going to cost you guys a goal. And the reason why is when you go for this ball, again, our teammates up top, we're making a 50-50 in the corner, and we're leaving the goal open. If we did not go for this 50-50, notice that he has no real angle to shoot the ball or pass the ball. If you were to let him have this ball, I guarantee you, if you stayed that front post position, he's going to hit it right to you, then you can make a big banger right to your teammate. But it's recognizing that there's no real benefit to us challenging this ball in the corner when our teammate's up. If our teammate was behind us, then absolutely make this challenge. But because he's not, we need to think of, you know what, I'm going to wait till the very last second till I need to make a save. And by doing that, you need to go in front, inside the goal, blocking the front post, getting ready for this ball to shoot across, so that we can easily block it. Because when you make that challenge, you're putting yourself in this awkward, very awkward situation, and they can easily punish you because they had really good spacing. But if you notice, look where orange is spaced. He is not spaced all the way in the middle. He would not be able to react to this ball. He's spaced, cheating in this area, which is what I'm talking about, and he's getting rewarded for it. So because he's cheating over to the side and giving him space, this is the position you want to be in. That way, when the ball spits out, he's happen just because you did that right here. You left that good position, and then you challenged the ball in the corner when we didn't need to. If you let him touch this ball, his teammate's not ready for it, so it's either going to go way across the field, or you can get a piece on it and hit it back to your teammate. Like, this is much better. You're waiting to see when you can come hit the ball and from this angle. So if you were waiting here instead and that last play, you would have been able to make a much easier save, and he would have played the ball to you. So try not to freak out if they have the ball in the corner. You should only be pressing that ball in the corner if you're 100% going to get the ball and it's not contested, or you're going to contest it because your teammate's supporting you. I don't agree with this right here, and this is because it's not clear who has possession yet, and this opportunity of us being corner boost could cost us. If your teammate would have lost it, you would not be in a position to defend the ball. I would rather grab boost pads, probably, let's see. So as soon as you lose this ball, I would probably shoot out to this one and grab 1, 2, 3, 4, going back to goal, with boost cam or with ball cam on, just to keep in play. And again, we're min-maxing our opportunity, but just keeping ball cam off when we're leaving him to defend, it's gonna often not almost cost you the ball, like it was really close. So instead, keep ball cam on, get the boost pads, and just make sure that your team is gonna be okay. We only want to grab big boost pads when we know that we have more than enough time to do so, or it's a natural part of our pathing. Otherwise, we just want to get back into position always before we get boost. I would suggest finding the simplest option. Now, I realize that there's a pretty good setup, but to be honest, the ball is a little bit high for this. And after the first touch, I would have given up on it because it wasn't a good first touch. So if you're good at ceiling shots, then make sure that you get them set up properly. And you have to know when it feels good and when it feels wrong. As soon as you see that first touch, you know it's too low and it's too far, and there are 2 people ready for it. So it's not worth it for us to waste our boost and just go for it. Because all this, after you make that touch, this is all wasted. This is a waste. We could have already been back in this position off the wall, coming down and out, and being ready defensively. Your other option would be trying to know your options. So from this angle, I would probably stay on the wall with the ball, make a soft touch, and force the guy in the corner to play me. If he pushes close, I'll pop it over him for a pass, and if he gives me time, I'll bring it all the way down, and I'll get a bounce hit off the ground over the crossbar for a really nice pass. But it's recognizing what options we have. So again, I would probably keep it, push it to the corner, make him challenge me. If he does, I'll pop it over him. If he doesn't, I'll bring it down, and I'll make it very awkward for him in the corner. But also recognizing if we do go for the ceiling shot, it's a bad first touch, it's not worth it to keep on going. Just save our losses, and get back into the So let's see what happened here. So again, we're pushing up a little bit too far, and we're a little bit too parallel to our teammates. Because the closer you get to your teammate and the ball, you're limiting your options. If you draw a line or cone right in front of your card, this is the available options you have for like a good, solid, clean, fast hit. If you adjust your card and we go back into that position, maybe even right here, that triangle is going to cover so much more stuff, and that's what you want to see. So you got more options. If he loses the ball, you can adjust. And if he gets the ball to you, you can easily run onto it with speed and get a really fast hit. So even if we were right here, Notice how, if you're right here, how perfect that ball is. But because you push too close, it's awkward, you gotta round out, and you cannot react to it. And this is min-maxing your opportunities. And this is the difference. Getting consistently in C2, pushing C3, and staying in Champ 1. It's not capitalizing these opportunities. Really good spacing. Blocked an angle, they didn't get a good shot. This is better spacing. And this is okay because as you're reading the play, we know that he's coming from here, coming here, so the ball's going to push here. So this is good rotation from you. Much better angle. And that's the angle I want you to find every single time. So that worked out because the ball came to your area, but this is the exact spot. So you're coming from that angle that's in between the mid and the outside, and you're able to approach straight to the goal with lots of speed and get a really powerful shot. That's nice. Really good use of boost pads, coming straight back on boost pads as fast as you can. That's what I want you to look for every single time, and especially when we don't have clear possession, this is what you should be doing. Good. And that's exactly what I want. I want you to be patient back there until it's for sure clear to go push up. This is the position I want you to be in. So we're cheating up to this side and we're in between the mid. This is the perfect positioning, in my opinion, of where you should be. Oh, sorry, I pushed the button. So right here is perfect. You have your teammate pushing the ball weight goes up, and now we're cheating over to the same side, we're supporting, and we're just waiting to see what happens. Perfect, perfect, perfect. You circle here until you find a good opportunity, and you almost get rewarded for it. So notice how, even in the same game, you can tell when you do go in that position I'm talking about, you're getting much better opportunities already. So you're already doing it, you just need to do it every single time. So this is another one of those, you got to be careful. I would be, me personally, I would be more comfortable boosting back straight to the front post and turning around and facing the ball so that when he does play this ball, I can bang it forward to my teammate immediately. This isn't bad because you are in between what I call the triangle. So I'm going to show you real quick what I mean because I'm not in game, so I can't show you. But if we draw the goal and we draw our car and we draw the ball, I'll put the B for ball, and we'll draw the enemy team. So this circles you, that's the ball, that's the enemy. And if you draw a triangle between the ball and the back post, the ball and the front post, if you're in that triangle, you're good. So right now, what you have is the ball's pushed out here, and you're still covering the triangle. So right now, the ball's actually like, the triangle's like this, and you're still in the triangle, which is nice, but your car's facing this way. What I would rather do, and your pathing kind of came from here, and it kind of shadowed, and now you're just here. I would rather instead, as the ball is going down the sideline, you have time to shoot out, boost, flip, whatever you can do, drift back, and now be here. So now you're still in the triangle, but you're facing the direction you want to go. That way when the ball does come, you can bang it for a big clear. So when you can afford to, always boost back and turn your car around to push up. This isn't the worst option, but I don't think it's the best option. This is just recognizing when we have time and what we can do with the ball. So, you move up, we clear, this is fine. He does not have a hit on this ball. You need to recognize that. that tells you that you have time to come off the wall, stand the ground, and just do a simple volley hit. Because now you're going for a harder hit, you're wasting more boost, and you're getting lower quality of the hit. And you get harder punish and hit it, like so. But notice how it hit the ground. So we could have stayed on the ground and easily stayed, and recognizing when we have time to make a better decision. I wish you would have taken the extra half second to put on the brakes, let it come down, and boost into it and hit it. You actually had time because he wasn't there yet. Which you tried to do, but you didn't. This is good. Front post, turn around, face the ball. That's what I want you to do. So you are doing these things I'm talking about. You just need to do them more consistently and every time. You almost, again, you're like eager to get off the line, and that difference of 5 feet really makes a big difference. I am always more comfortable behind the line, facing out, so I can see the front post and see the ball through the front post. That way, when the ball comes across, I'll have a better angle to push out. Again, where I think we're caught up too far, I want to be back here behind the net facing the ball. Kind of unfortunate. Good here, nice. Again, this is recognizing that we have time and just because it went too fast, we were not able to get a good hit going forward. Just recognizing your time and just not slowing down the play just a little bit. Okay, it seems to be stopped recording. So, in general, the main things I want you to work on is cheating over to the same side. So when the ball is pushed up on the left side, you want to be in between that spot that's in between the mid and the outside boost so that you can create a better angle for yourself towards the goal. And if you want to be in a position for both their success and failure. So that's offensively. Defensively, I want you to continue being patient in the back, but even more patient and not as jittery, and behind the line when the ball's in the corner and prioritizing that. Also, recognizing when you're last man back, so knowing what you have to do. Last man back, make a save at the last possible second, slow down the play as much as possible until your teammate gets back. I'm going to go to... I saved a replay yesterday in a C3 game that I want to show you so that you can see all these things I'm implementing. And this is just a really good example of pushing that boundary. So as you get higher up into Channel 2, it becomes a game of how many opportunities did we miss, and real opportunities. And that's based off judging the other team even more so. to take a look at this kind of perspective, and I'm going to show you what's going on. So, oh yeah, so my character is just gay, so this is me. So notice how patient I am right here. I could have challenged this ball, but I didn't because I'm the last man back. I need to measure out my options. Block angle, here's a good shot. And I'm giving that spacing, so I'm behind my teammate. I'm not as parallel in the middle. I'm behind so I can react. So the reason why I pushed up flat is because we're chasing him. And right now, none of them are ready. So this is recognizing that they are not able to make a hit behind us. So we can afford to press this. And that's the difference in recognizing when you can push up and when you shouldn't. So we know that the ball is coming to the left side, so I'm trying to cheat there and get there as fast as I can. That was my fault. I should have left it because I heard my teammates, so that's my fault. So again, even though I'm not in the best position, I do adjust my car before, but even I could have been in a better position. So I should have kind of shot back out and came from here, and I would have had an even better shot. Unfortunate, and the only reason why I got big boost here is because I felt like I had a little bit of time to do so. Because as soon as I see that the blue team has the ball, I'm going to say, you know what, it's pushed up, my teammate's pushing up, I have time to go grab big boost, and I missed the big boost. But I come up from a center angle, and I'm ready to put it back in the play. So I'm last man back. So let's see if I go in between that triangle between that ball, front post, ball, back post, and let's see where I go. So I'm outside the triangle, and now I'm back inside the triangle, and I turn around, take my time to get a good quality hit. So that was my teammate's bad. He didn't know I was going to go for it. So this is really important. So if you look from my angle, you're going to see what's going on from here. See why I had a better opportunity. I could have had a better shot. Didn't have to adjust. But as soon as I see this, I recognize they don't have a good hit. So I need to pressure as fast as I can. And that's when you can cheat up. And it's finding that balance of how close can you push up based off their position. And I got a pretty good recovery, and I was able to surprise them with this. So I missed that challenge. I just get back in front, and I just get a good stop. So it's going to be recognizing when you can push close and judging the situation. So my teammate got boomed, they don't have a good touch, so I can afford to push up because I know that my teammate's going to spawn behind. So we're going to mess up here by just pushing to the outside to relieve pressure. So I should have just got back to goal right in front of this, like I said, like I wanted to be doing. So as soon as I see my teammate go for this, I know that I shouldn't commit. I should just get out and support my team. And now I'm able to put the ball back to the play and it'll be easier. Now right here, I feel differently. Well, the same thing. I react. So when it goes for it, I'm not going to double commit. I push out just in case he loses the ball. And then we get one more play on the ball. And that was it. But basically, it's being able to, when we're pushing up, reading this play, and pressuring the other team when they're not ready, and you can see that they're having difficulties clearing the ball. Defensively, even I could have done better on it, but it's just getting this good position so that if the ball's in the corner, I can see where it's coming, and I can approach it and get a good clear. And just that, it's just finding those opportunities to like push out and when not to push out. So yeah, just message me in Discord what you think, and that's what you want to work on.